Funny, people are always trying to find ways now to criticize the documentary The Revolutionary Holocaust that aired on Friday. 4 million people watched at 5 p.m. It's unheard of. I'm going to give you a new critique. No one in their right mind is going to defend Stalin or Mao or Che. No one would ever do that, right? Only stupid people, as Joe Klein would say, would believe that. We have a lot of examples, but since, that wasn't enough, I guess here's another one. This is the latest GQ cover. Watch this. There he is. Johnny Depp, handsome man. But wait a minute, what's that around his neck? Look at that. Huh. I'm sure he's just wearing that Che necklace in honor of the young Che, like Carlos Santana said after someone asked him why he was wearing that shirt with a mass murderer on it. Is it okay to wear Hitler shirts and say, well, I liked Hitler when he was 18? This kind of ignorance, willful ignorance, I should say, of history that has once again has people buying into the proven failed policies of the past progressives. If you don't know what a progressive is, you need to learn, because this is not a battle against the Democrats or the Republican. It is a movement that came along not after the progressive auto insurance ads started running. It has been around for a very long time. It doesn't mean progress the way you think it does. You see, they're still around. Hillary Clinton calls herself an early 20th century progressive. Watch.
I prefer the word progressive, which has a real American meaning, going back to the progressive era at the beginning of the 20th century. I consider myself a modern progressive.
And she is. President Obama was in the Progressive Caucus and is himself a progressive.
To my progressive friends and to my Republican friends, you will carry on the best progressive, forward-looking values of this proud Commonwealth. Change has always come from places like Wisconsin, the state where the progressive movement was born.
Where better to affirm our ideals than here in Wisconsin, where a century ago the progressive movement was born.
Okay, you got it? It was born a century ago. Progressive movement. You got to study this, because this is who America and the Republic is doing battle with. They now have 83 members in Congress, and the 20 standing committees in the House, out of the 20, 11 are chaired by members of the Progressive Caucus. If you want to see how they'll govern in the future, all you have to do is look to the past, before the progressives change the past, because they're very good at that. I showed you last break, when policies fail, progressives create enemy scapegoats. Attack them, blame them, punish them, silence them. It's hard to tell the past from today, but they all have something in common. I mean, let's play that game. One of these things just doesn't belong. There's one guy up here that doesn't belong. Let's play a game. Who said it? Let's try this one. The man of great wealth owes particular obligation to the state. A man of great wealth owes an obligation to the state. Let's see. Sound like Karl Marx or Lenin? John McCain's favorite progressive, Teddy Roosevelt. The Constitution reflected fundamental flaw of this country that continues this day. The Constitution reflected the fundamental flaw of this country that continues to this day. Whoa! Who might have said that? A progressive. Barack Obama. To hell with the Constitution when the people want coal. That one's confusing, because progressives, I know, are against coal. So who could that be? I mean, if I didn't know Ronald Reagan was definitely not a progressive, I might say him because of the coal thing. But he would never say to hell with the Constitution. Who said that? John McCain's favorite president, Teddy Roosevelt. Are you seeing? It's not about the Republicans and the Democrats. It's about progressives. There are progressives inside the Republican Party and inside the Democratic Party, but it is the Democratic Party that is about to lose its life to the progressives, and the Republic will be next. How about this one? The country that is more developed industrially will only show to the less developed the image of its own future. This sounds good, doesn't it? That sounds good. That's why it's just who I thought. Karl Marx. Executive action is not for the public. In other words, you don't have anything to do with it. They'll tell you. We told you about this guy earlier, Walter Lippmann. He's a progressive hero. They teach him a lot in journalism school. And I don't like obscene profits being made anywhere. Who said that? John McCain. Anti-business, anti-capitalism, anti-constitution. That's what progressives are. That's what you're fighting against. So how about these two presidents? Who is the problem? Because we know that the problem to these guys, the people, and big government can solve it. How about these guys? Washington and Reagan, who did they fight against? Next.